Despite the reputation that Luton are now a part of the Premier League, the town has changed, and the football was a part of it.
I didn't believe in Luton, and it wasn't until this moment. This is where I started questioning myself. Was there more to this town than I had realised? Which led me to this documentary. I really didn't know where to start this. And that's because I don't really know anything about football. Or Luton, really.
The workers in the big factories around the town, they're happy.
From my research, I discovered a song named after a Luton player, Peli Rodok Manpanzu, the only player to ever go from non-league to league football within the same team. The musician behind the song, Matty Ram, had a gig that night at a local Luton pub. And I met up with him the next day.
People will hear the song, they'll like it, and then they'll think, oh, who's this Peli guy? And then they'll find the story after.
Yeah, that's how I.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea who Peli was.
So it's not just celebrating with Luton fans, it's telling people about the story as well.
So Matty didn't set up the gig by himself. He had a little help from a group called Fandism at Home, run by Ben and James, who I met with the next day.
People were going to them like, what are you playing that for? Is that not a metal pub or is that not a rock pub? It's none of those things. This is a music pub. When the club does well, there does tend to be a buoyancy within the town as well.
Luton Town Football Club have been trying to get a new football stadium for 60 years. 60 years.
2020 Developments wanted to build a new stadium in the town centre. That development would be the catalyst for the regeneration of the whole town.
Okay, so far we've heard a lot about Power Court, so I figured we should see it. The interest for a new stadium has been around since the team was in the first division back in 1955. This never materialized, and as the years went on, this drifted further and further away from reality.
It's difficult to picture it when you look at this.
However, a promising proposal for a new stadium surfaced in 2016. Breathing new life into an otherwise forgotten area of the town, the site of the old power station, amply named Power Court.
Come on, yes! That's it!
You know what, I think it's time I watch a game and talk to some people.
What do you think? You think they're going to win?
Oh, man, 2-0 Luton, 100%.
Watching a game, I realised how homegrown and passionate these fans are. They really care about Luton.
I'm chosen.
And so I found myself getting more and more involved. We even made a music video for May. I think I'm becoming a fan of this town.
Then came the dramatic collapse of Court Line. Hundreds of people were thrown out of work and passenger traffic dropped by a half. But Luton's future prosperity is intrinsically tied up with its airport.
After looking into the history of the stadium, I wondered what other assets does Luton have? And I brought this question to the mayor.
We've got this petition going, this campaign going in terms of getting the airport expanded, getting a new terminal. The more passengers that come through the airport, the more you will see happening in this town.
Yeah.
Cultures and the arts will be one of the direct recipients of that success of the airport.
And so I met with a local artist and an old friend to see what she thought about the council.
I'm going to look right in the camera now. Luton Council are not in any way supportive of the art, in any way, shape or form.
The councils aren't in a position where they can just drive everything anymore. You know, we've had £130 million cut out of our budget since 2010.
Wow.
But Luton has so much to offer.
It's changed as well.
So much. Even in 3 years ago, Luton isn't the same as it was 3 years ago. We didn't have the 2040 vision. We didn't have the heritage strategy or heritage, like celebrating the town's heritage. Well, we're going up and up and up, right? So things take time.
Is putting it all together, and we need to, it takes time to do that. And Luton hasn't had the time yet for all of this activity and interest.
So we've heard about the Bear Club a few times now. So we're here outside the Bear Club to see.
So I'm gonna pivot anyway.
That's fine.
So do you think the council is supporting artists and communities like this and events like this in the town?
Luton Town Council have had a lot against them, as has every council. However, there is a lot of facilities that were here that are no longer here.
Bear Club as well, if you're not going to support these places, then they will close down. Then you've got to support everything that's going on.
Yeah, it's very much the model of how things do now. Councils don't have the capacity to do these kind of things themselves, so they look to work in partnership with the community.
Get involved. And that's the thing as well, because as soon as you meet someone like me, or Amy Ricks, or whatever, but it opens up a spidergram of, because they'll go,
oh, have you met
this person? Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah, no, but you lot are all over the place.
Yeah. I just didn't notice it.
It's good. Yeah, there's a lot of good people here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What I was saying before, there's islands that are set up. So if you're into an example, heavy metal,
yeah,
the castle has its own island.
Yes, it does.
We promote the town, we support the town, we defend the town, and we advocate for the town.
Save our town. We're very proud to actually be quite impartial.
But Save Our Town, we try and look at the positives, we try and work in conjunction with the council.
But let's say there's 200 people in one street. Out of those 200, 10 people even go out on the street and say, actually, let's clean this street up. And that will save a lot of money. We can't do everything without the support of local residents.
And one of those local residents is this guy.
So yeah,
why Deadpool?
I just feel like Deadpool perfectly represents Luton. Deadpool's always trying hard, man. He's always trying hard, but he never gets it right. And he's indestructible, like the spirit of this town. So I feel like Deadpool perfectly represents and it's iconic for Luton. So, now Luton's Deadpool is as well.
Yeah, I like that.
Feeling really good about the town until I saw this.
By any stretch of the imagination, it would be difficult to say that Luton is a beautiful place. Devoid of any architectural niceties, this large, unwieldy manufacturing town tenaciously straddles the Lee Valley almost as an intruder amidst rural Hertfordshire and Bedfordshire. Is putting it all together, and it takes time to do that, and Luton hasn't had the time yet for all of this activity and interest and vitality to really shake down into a single, coherent, cohesive community.
So watching this archive footage, I was struck with how much it mirrors the story of Luton today. The struggles and the trials that plagued the 1970s Luton still linger. Recovering from Vauxhall, distrusting the local government, growing the airport, poverty and crime. Is Luton stuck to forever make the same mistakes? And while I do think that's an easy place to go, I don't think it's quite true. The proof of which lies with the club now being a Premiership team, a feat genuinely thought impossible by most. The football marks a tipping point for Luton. But that tipping point was a collected effort. The club, the fans, the council, the community groups, and just the regular people. So there's so much things happening in this town. There's so many groups and organizations working to make this town better. There's Vandalism at Home, there's Step Forward Luton, there's Revolution Arts, and there's so many that I've missed. They're all helping this town do better and be better. You may not realize it, or you may not see it at first, but there are things happening underneath the surface, behind the scenes, making this town better.
As you know, a lot of eyes are on the town, and sometimes it can get a little bit of a negative connotation to the town, but that doesn't really represent what this town is all about. This town is all about a lot of diverse culture, a lot of talent, a lot of things that people can offer in this town.
It's just making people smile. If it lasts, it lasts. If it don't, it don't. Do something. Do something.
And there's people who have waited all their lives to see this sort of change happen.
It's the greatest fairy tale, but unbelievable.
We fought for survival, but we've overcome challenges before and we'll do it again now.
We've got people from all over the world in this town and they all come together.
Luton Town took 44,000 fans to Wembley.
To change the reality of Luton and change the perceptions of the town.
Everyone's like, oh, you're not going to survive, you're going to bankrupt any minute, you're going to bankrupt, but Luton didn't.
Even if it gets through to I don't know, one person in 100.
Yeah,
At least, maybe we've done something. I don't know.
I think you have. I think you have. You've changed my mind, definitely.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, like, don't you want to get ahead of me? But yeah, it's been a good journey, I'd say. I don't think we're done yet, though. You're involved now. Yeah, I am involved now. I'm involved. I'm with the people. So if I have to kind of like stay here and see it through, that's when.